Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bad Thoughts Studios. Today, we're talking House of the Dragon. Whole bunch of news dropped, and we're going to go over that news. 2024 is going to be a huge year for Game of Thrones fans, and kind of excited, bro. I'm very excited. I got XROD joining me today. What's going on, X? How's everything, bro?
So, bro, I mean, I was having some computer problems a minute ago, but it's all good now.
I know, bro. We got through it. We got through it, bro. 2024 is going to be a huge year for Game of Thrones. We have, we'll go over each topic separately, but House of the Dragon just got done filming. Everything's set for um, summer of 2024. We're still waiting for a official trailer to come out. But what are you most excited for? What are you looking forward to for season 2?
You know, I want to see more action, and
Hmm.
I really want to see this war break out, bro, because we know a war is coming,
Yeah,
and there's about to be a lot of dragon fights.
for
I'm
sure.
I'm, I'm excited for some big ass dragon fights, bro.
Me as well. The main thing I'm really looking forward to, besides all the action and the continuing the storyline, I really want to see if some of my predictions that I think they were going to, of course the book is the book.
Right.
I didn't read the book, but I want to see what they do as far as switching up from the book. I think
Yeah.
that's what I'm most excited for because they didn't do everything 100%. The book, whatever the book was written, they didn't do, there was a lot of things missing from the show that was in the book and vice
Yeah.
versa. So I'm really excited to see if some of my predictions come true
Yeah.
as far as not, book material from the source
And
material.
from what I heard from some people who did read the book, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things change, um, but they still kept it pretty damn close.
Hmm.
From what I've heard from people who did say they read it. So yeah, I'm excited. I think yeah, along those predictions, I want to see some of those if they do come to fruition. Like I know we were talking about some of the Valarians getting a little more screen time and seeing who
Yeah.
they would become and so on and so forth. And then as they kind of come out, I want to see what Damon does. Like, I don't give a shit if I'm gonna go with a character. My boy is ill, and I want to see him step into some of these, predictions that I had, and see what he can do.
Yep. Unfortunately, you weren't there for the trailer. When we went over the trailer, if
What
you
is it about?
noticed,
Excuse me.
oh
Sorry.
shit, don't even listen to him. Um, we kind of broke down. If you guys haven't seen that video, go watch the video. We broke down the trailer. Most of the stills that we seen of Damon, he was all in his armor.
I
All
love it.
stills was in his armor. So we're gonna see you know, eh, his character develop in season 2 for sure. He's gonna be
And
fucking just red eyes, just wanting to fight everyone, dude. Like he
I'm
was
about to say,
Stepstones.
I would say you say in development. Which way though? Which way is it going? We've already seen him at his coldest moments. How
Yep.
much colder can you get? You know.
Oh, he's gonna get. I think he's gonna get worse, bro. I think I don't know. Like I said, the books we didn't read the books. I think he's going to just have rage about what happened to his brother. All in all, dude, he loved his family. Like that was his. He loved his wife. Well, his second wife. He he loved his kid. He loves his kids. He loved his brother, even though they fought all the time. The love for his family is still there. Now you're gonna see this side where his family got fucked with, and he's gonna be beating shit up, dude. He's gonna be all over
And
the fucking
that's why I
Westeros.
love this. I love this universe because it's really more like it's family on family. No one else has dragons, so
Nope.
this is how does he react to? Does he go merciless on his other half of his family? Does he really consider him that way, or is it a power struggle? And for me, I really want to see Damon versus Aemon
Mhm.
because
Me too.
that's gonna be a fight.
The
I'm
uh, the
excited
o
for that.
the only thing is, in season 2, I don't think we're gonna be getting that, because there is this huge fight that, and unfortunately, having a majority Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon TikTok, I post content on there, and people have killed the show for me, or killed my they killed it because they book readers come on my comments and do what they do. But there's a huge battle between Damon and Aemon coming. I just don't think it's going to be in season 2. It
As long
sucks,
as I
but
get it at some point, I mean, I don't want to wait 4 years to get it,
yeah.
but if it's coming, fine. I just got to make sure I survive the next, 4 years, live life.
I know, right? So we go watch House of the Dragon.
I was
That's
talking to my
funny.
mom the other day. She goes, "Do you remember when all the big Marvel movies are coming out?" Because obviously I'm the big Marvel fan. She goes, "You gotta like make sure you survived to see them."
To see
And
it.
I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I gotta make sure make it to Endgame, and then I'm good."
Yeah, yeah, because anything past that's been fucking doo doo.
Yeah, doo.
All right, let's get into it. So Matt Smith, who plays Daemon Targaryen, said on a radio show that he believes season 2 will be released in August of 2024. Um, I think some of them were saying July or June. They were anticipating it to come out, but I believe I'm not sure if he slipped up, or this was something that he thought was already announced, but he said August when people were just assuming, June or July. But what do you think about this news? What do you think about
I
August?
mean, they just finished filming,
Yeah.
so I think as far as like ads and timeline, getting trailers out, like obviously we just saw the first trailer, so I think we're good. I think August is a good timeline. I think maybe it might be pushed to September, possibly October, depending on how they kind of want to see it. I think I if I'm gonna say me, I would say a later timeline, not earlier.
Damn, really?
I just think if they want to get this season right as much as they did the first one, they'll take their time. They'll make sure they edit if they have to do reshoots on certain things. You know, do it.
Yeah.
But
I think it's right there. I think it's well. See, I think they stopped filming in November, like late November, early December, if I'm not mistaken. So this timeline kind of matches up to what I was anticipating. Like I said, a lot of people from June were saying June, July. I get that people were saying that because they want to see it so bad,
right,
but August to me is a perfect timeline. And if they do go to September, or God forbid, October, I won't hate it. It's just unfortunate that I have to wait that long to see it. But we're
yeah,
only getting 8 episodes, so we are expecting a lot, but not too much, with just
yeah.
8 episodes. You know what I'm saying?
But are we are getting the hour timeline, so
Yeah,
I'm okay with the 8 episodes as long as it's a decent amount of time, and like I said, make the right cuts, add in scenes, take out scenes that you don't think need to really be there, and yeah, I'm cool
yeah.
with August between August and October. I'm cool with.
Me too. Me too. So with season 2 coming out in summer 2024, it's been said that the planning and writing has been already started for season 3. So I went over this with shout out to OG. He brought up a good point. He said, um, George R. R. Martin, everyone, who all the writers and producers, they're confident. They're that confident in how well season 2 went and filmed, and the story, that they're planning for season 3 already. Now, if you go back to before season 1 started, we didn't see or hear anything about season 2, or even if there was going to be a season 2, until after the show was released and done with. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But the planning of season 3 is already happening while season 2 hasn't even dropped yet. So it shows the confidence in what they have for season 2, and they're already planning for 3 and 4. Like 4 is happening.
right,
It's cool that we know 4 is happening. Um, but you could just see the confidence already, and there's only one season out.
I mean, yeah, if I wish we had that confidence for Game of Thrones season 8. Like, come
Yeah.
on, bro. But yeah, no, give me 3, give me 4, give me 5. If you want to say you're ready to go as far as season 6, hell yeah. Then let's rock. But that depends on how far you want to take out this story. I know we've had time jumps. Are we gonna have more time jumps? Is that really gonna play a part and come into season 2 and season 3?
Time jumps are over. No more time jump.
Okay, so that's
No significant time jumps are going to be happening. From what I remember them saying during season 1 is this will be the first and only significant time jump. I could be wrong, but that's what I read prior to season 1.
hey, I'm down to go back to back. I mean, don't I didn't even want the time jump. Show me what's in between there.
Yeah.
Like, I want
And
to
then
see, the arguments, the kids being born, whatever. I want all that.
yeah.
But I get
Yeah.
they had to choose actors and time, and understandable.
So fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Um fuck, I had a great point, dude.
Find it. Find it.
Hold on. So also, after the war, after all this is happening, there's from what I'm told, there's a significant part for Cregan Stark and what happens after all this war that is a huge part of this story. So a lot of people are saying that the war is going to go on from from season 2 and 3, and then season 4 is going to be, I guess, the what happens after the war with Cregan Stark.
Hmm.
Or there might be a 2, 3, and 4 war and a possible season 5 for because I don't know how they're gonna go or even if they're gonna tell that story with Cregan Stark, but um there supposedly is a huge part that he plays after the war. So we might get 5. They might push it into 4, but at the same time, it's only 8 episodes. So I'm kind of stuck on what I think they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think. But does that change the title? Does that really produce a season 5? Let's say 2, 3, and 4 are all the war uh beginning to end. Then does season 5, if you're gonna say, let's say it's season 5, won't you do a spinoff and just call it Cregan Stark, or Cregan, something like that, along the lines, because we're under House of the Dragon. Dragons are going to be mostly dead
Yeah.
after this war. I mean, this is the time where they start to die off. They kill each other, kill majority of each other. Then they start to get, from what we've learned in Game of Thrones, they were big. They start to get smaller. Then they just die out. So
Yeah.
how far are we going to go with this story?
Yeah. I'm genuinely curious to see what route they're gonna go. I do I do love the storyline so far. Um, I don't see any kind of catastrophic dip to this series because they learned from season 8. You know what I'm saying? So
I hope so.
I believe everything's gonna work out. I really do. All right, moving on, bro. I'm excited. So another piece of news that is happening this year, guys. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the Hedge Knight, will begin filming this year. So if you guys don't know about this, the book readers watching or the show watchers watching, A Knight of the Seven Kingdom, the Hedge Knight is based on a knight, Sir Duncan the Tall, and Egg. His name is I believe it's Aegon Targaryen, his full name, but they call him Egg. It's pretty much their adventure around Westeros, and um, I don't want to go in too much detail because I've read a little bit of what it's about, but supposedly this story right here is set a century before Game of Thrones or I think it's like 90 years before Game of Thrones and after House of the Dragon. So this is going to be your middle part of what happened between House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. Um But I'm excited for this, bro. They're giving us, they're giving us the start, middle, and end of what happened between Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, which is dope to me. You know what I'm saying? And supposedly this storyline is really intriguing and really important to the Game of Thrones universe. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, what do you think about this, bro? What do you think about the Hedge Knight?
Yeah, from what I heard, a little bit about this is that this knight, he's more like, um, I guess I couldn't even say mercenary, but he's around to help.
Yeah.
And Egg, and correct me if I'm wrong, but is he a dwarf? Is that what
No,
they
no,
said?
no. No.
Oh,
He's
he's just smaller.
yeah.
Okay.
From
Other
from what I've read, he's a small guy. I didn't hear or see anything about him being like a dwarf or anything.
just from somewhat of the illustration that I saw and what they were showing for like pictures, it looked like he was a dwarf. So I was thinking, if these guys team up together, is we've seen how dwarves are treated within the Game of Thrones universe. So
Mhm.
is that gonna kind of be the same thing along the same lines? Um, how I don't even know I know nothing about these two characters more than just what I've seen bits and pieces. I'm excited to see how they react to each other. Are they gonna have like a brother relationship, brothers in arms relationship, or that kind of like banter between each other? Like I'm excited to see that because then we'll see how it plays out to when they go on these adventures, and they're probably gonna be like side quest kind of characters, so that's gonna be kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where I was kind of anticipating it to go, was like like a side mission, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of the universe. Dude, it's pretty intriguing how we kind of anticipated all this happening when Game of Thrones was out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but the first time we went to Disneyland together, we were at the Cars Land, and we were talking about, I didn't know how invested you were in Game of Thrones at the time. So we were talking about how crap season 8 was. And we were talking, and I remember this specifically because I had the same idea you did. You said that if they play it the right way, the universe of Game of Thrones is going to expand. Or you said something along those lines of, we're going to see multiple movies besides just Game of Thrones.
Right.
And I remember you were saying something about um like a MCU kind of way, like
Yeah.
how they did it. And you were fucking spot on, dude. You said this years ago when
Mhm.
season 8 dropped.
They're
And
listening, bro.
huh?
Someone was standing in line behind us. One of the
I
writers
know.
was like, "Hey, these guys had a great idea."
But bro, like when we first started doing, Game of Thrones and all this shit content, we never really anticipated all this happening. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We just eh, we were on Game of Thrones, talking about Game of Thrones, and House of the Dragon came out, and then now Hedge Knight's coming out, and all this stuff's coming out. And you said this years ago about it being its own MCU, and I think they have perfect uh, they have a perfect universe to be able to do this with. You know what I'm saying? And I can't fucking wait for more to drop. I can't.
And you know what the crazy thing is, and I'm you know what? I just want a little bit of pay for it, just like a slight bit. But I'm gonna say it right now. Just call it the got you. Got
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
I like that.
I got you, Tony. I got you.
But yeah,
But yeah,
dude. Oh, good.
from like yeah, what I said, like, and I was even going off of the characters we knew. Not even the new introduced characters from House of the Dragon. I mean,
Yeah,
they're going off of these characters now. I'm saying like shit, we can even go back and supposedly, John's getting his own spinoff. Okay, I want other characters. Like one of my favorite characters is Arya. Give me
dude.
Arya going into the new world. Let her find
Yep.
her own way.
And they can even do that animated. By the way, real quick before I forget, Night of the Seven Kingdoms is um speculated to be a animated film. this show is speculated to be an animated film. Unfortunately, the budget wasn't going to fit this show, so an animated film could be the possibility of this of Knights of the Seven Kingdom. But I do think they can make a a these side characters animated films. I wouldn't mind that. They don't have to be this whole world,
Mhm.
they could be animated films, and I would that'd be fine. I just want that kind of content, you know what I'm
I
saying?
have seen so many adaptations go from live action to animation,
Mhm.
and they still did great. I mean, I thought they were fine. So if you can do that the right way, and you can still catch us as series watchers, movie watchers, whatever you want to call us, uh, or we're in. It's
Yep,
not like we're gonna change anything. It's not like we're opposed to animation. There's so much great content out nowadays for animation, and there's new animation coming out every single day.
yep,
CGI. There's now AI merging into CGI. It's wild. You know,
yep.
I'm
And
still down with cartoons.
and George R. R. Martin was he put on his not a blog on his website that um he was in love with Blue Eye Dragon or Blue Eyed Samurai.
Oh yeah,
He said everything about that show was a masterpiece. Uh he verbatim. He said that verbatim. He said everything was a masterpiece, and I watched it, and it was a great show, or it
yeah,
was great. The
yeah,
the fight scenes were dope, the animation was dope, the story was amazing. Like, if they made you know, a Night of the Seven Kingdoms or some kind of Arya's adventures when she goes west of Westeros, like, I would love to see some kind of content when it came to these side characters.
right,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
And there's already for me, there's a show I watch on Prime, and it's kind of like a D&D show. It's called Vox Machina,
Mhm.
and it's animated, but it has like, because it's D&D, so it kind of has that Game of Thrones feel. But there's
Okay.
also there's like magic and stuff like that in it. But it's a great show. It keeps you in it because it's quirky, it's funny, but they do have serious moments, and there are good fight scenes. So it's like it gives you kind of the whole aspect of it while still keeping you intrigued. You know what I'm
Intrigued.
saying?
Okay. Damn, yeah. So there, guys, there's a whole bunch of ways they can do it. Drop in the comments and let us know if you guys are watching this. Let us know if you would be opposed of an animated show. We kind of agreed that we would love it. Some people, might have different opinions, but let us know what you think in the comments. Um, last topic here, bro. What out of all those, with all the news of season 2 coming out this year, season 3 already being written, and the scripts being written, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, what are you most excited for?
You know, I mean, honestly, right now, I'm really excited for season two, House of the
Season 2.
Dragons. I mean, just because that's where I want to stay. I want to get excited for the other things. I do want a little more information. I want to make sure that's what we're going to get into. Um, I did see, I did see them talking about the sea snake, that possibly becoming a
Mm.
thing. So if that was in a drop, um, or at least give me news, I'm excited for the news for that this year if that does become a thing. Um,
Wait. Say that again. Say what you just said again
the
about
sea
Sea
snake.
Snake. Yeah. Yes.
I'm saying just for more news to come out about it if it's going to happen or not.
Okay. Now I'm kind of going back on what I'm not sure if it was the sea snake being
See,
animated, or if it was this being animated. I think it might be Sea Snake now that I think about it.
you talking about?
Corliss Valarian. The show.
I think I remember you saying that earlier.
It might
Now
be
that
the show. Actually, yeah, I think it might be
the sea
uh,
snake being
yes,
animated
yes.
and the knight being
Knights of the
live action.
Seven Kingdom being live action. Okay. Yes. Sorry guys. Take that back. But either way, even if they did make Knights of the Seven Kingdoms um animated, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just
No,
don't
me
think
neither.
they should overdo animation. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
But
Nope.
Sea Snake is the one that's um being animated for sure if it does come out. Not Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. Sorry for that. But go ahead. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, so I'm saying, yeah, give me more side projects if they're gonna be, like live action, like we said, animations a okay, but let's see some live action with the characters, maybe with characters that we do know. Fine, if you got a budget, okay, we'll take the animation. Um, but I would like to see some live action side characters, side pieces, side adventures. Let's see where this goes
Yeah.
because the sea snake goes off during season one. He goes and fights, and we don't really know what happens. He kind of disappears for a minute, and then all of a sudden he comes back and he's hurt. But
Yep.
they never talk about it. Why? What actually happened? Who hit him? And how did he get back? I want to see all of that. Tell me that story. So yeah,
I
I'm
would
excited
love
about
to see that. I agree. Um with season 2, you brought up good point. I don't want to go overboard and wish for season 3 already because I am excited for season 3. You are right. Let's see season 2 first before season 3 comes out. But I am excited that they are planning all this stuff about season 3 even when season 2 hasn't even came out. They're already
that.
planning all this right now. So I think I'm excited to see how well season 3 is because of how early they are starting. And I could be wrong. I didn't hear anything about them writing or doing anything for season 2 while season 1 hadn't even dropped yet. You know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong. Let me know if you guys had heard or seen anything about season 2 when season 1 was out. But as far as season 3, before season 2 even came out, I'm excited that they are starting already. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm in agreement with you on, especially for that, getting ready for the future. If you're gonna go that route, do it. The problem, I like for Stranger Things, that's my problem right now is where season 4 ended. You guys should already have been on top of that, ready to rock because everybody's gonna get old. All these kids are not gonna look like teenagers anymore. They're gonna be in their 20s. They're gonna start to look older. The timeline is not gonna make sense. You
Yep.
know, we're gonna see these kids go from 15 to 25 in about 5 minutes. So,
It's bad. I actually want to do an episode. Shout out to Jay. I want to get Jay on an episode with us talking Stranger Things because I have a big opinion when it comes to that. Well, I know there was a strike, but that lasted 100 and something days, which there was a whole bunch of time before and after, or before that strike happened. There was a whole bunch of stuff they could have done. When did season 4 come out?
let's
Like 2
see.
years ago? Like 2.5 years ago,
Yeah, it
roughly?
was 2 years ago because I was in New Mexico and watched the last episode. So yeah, it was 2 years ago.
See, there was so much time in between to film something. Like these are kids. These are supposedly kids in this. They were barely in high school, dude.
Right.
And now one's freaking engaged. Millie Bobby Brown's engaged to be married, dude. So it's like, what is happening? But I don't know. We'll have Jay on and we'll talk some Stranger Things. But um, yeah, as far as Game of Thrones, I do think they are going to put out a lot when it comes to these prequels and sequels. Um, from what we know, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms is coming out. Um, Sea Snake might be coming out, so I'm glad that we're getting some kind of news that there's going to be some kind of spinoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Capitalize because we're as fans we're in.
Yep,
Just capitalize on it, make everything great. We're in.
we are in. But X, appreciate you coming on, bro. I had a blast talking some Game of Thrones, guys. X and I and a couple of our other friends, we're going to be doing live reactions to House of the Dragon season 2. We're going to be putting those out, and we're going to be going live on some of these shows once they come out. So go ahead and subscribe and like the video. Let us know in the comments what you guys think of season 2 coming out. We're kind of curious on other people's opinions, and if you guys want to even come on the show, let us know. We would love to have you on. We've already had another follower of mine come on and talk some Game of Thrones. Great episode. But yeah, X, appreciate you coming on, bro. If you could tell the people where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, anywhere XROD TV, XROD_TV on all platforms. Find me there. Come tell me if you love me, you hate me, or if I'm a freaking genius.
Well, he's not a genius. Guys, follow me at Tones_TV on all platforms. Follow my TikTok for, when there is Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon content that comes out, I go straight to TikTok. And then if you guys have any kind of news that came out that I didn't do, let me know in the comments. Also follow the podcast, Bad Thoughts Podcast, Spotify and YouTube. If you guys are interested in that, me and the Candy Camper do that. But yeah, hope you guys have a great night. Love y'all.
Thank you guys.